when I was in working in my first company, so my friend asked this question, so I couldn't able to answer at the time. So just asking. He said, I am good. So I didn't have any drinking habit or smoking habit. I am good to my parents. I'm doing my work good. Why I need Jesus? He asked this question. That's the first question. Maybe you take the second question, maybe the second round. Second question is about justification by faith. Can you explain just the term justification in layman's terms?
Okay. So the first question is, somebody is saying, I am good. What they are doing is, the follow-up question that we should be asking them is, you're good by what standards? What is your yardstick for goodness? If you're saying one stick is short and the other stick is long, you have to have a reference stick that says, okay, in relation with this stick is short or this stick is long. But if this person is just saying, because I take care of my parents, because I don't drink, I don't smoke, he is having a self-referencing list of what he considers to be good and what he considers to be bad. And according to that minimal requirement, he sees himself as good. That's not the problem. That's not the question. The question is, are you good in the eyes of God, who is your creator, who is the source and the reference point for all goodness? And so if we measure ourselves against the yardstick or the gold standard of God, like they call in medicine, all of us, Paul argues, will be finding ourselves morally not just deficient, not just depraved, but deplorable. And so you have to tell your friend, okay, by your own standards, you are good. But according to an unchanging external standard, let's say, for example, the person of Jesus Christ, you're saying, why do I need him? Because Jesus Christ is goodness in uppercase. Okay? Are you in every aspect of your life as sinless and as pure and as flawless as Jesus Christ? And so people will always reference themselves. We should point them to God as the ultimate transcendent reference, because we need an unchanging reference. Okay? So that would be my response to your friend. And if all of us are going to count ourselves as good and righteous based on how wicked a wicked neighbor or a bad father, we will all look like saints only. Okay, but whether that is enough to qualify and satisfy the goodness of God in an ultimate sense is the question. Therefore, he needs God. Then there is this idea of sins of omission and sins of commission in the Bible. James says, knowing the good you ought to do and not doing it is sin. He might be taking care of his parents, and what about some of the things that he should be doing, which he is not doing? He should be speaking against injustice in society. He should be speaking against corruption in society, so on and so forth. So the list is endless, and no human being will ever be able to say, I am totally and ultimately good. Yeah.
If he says that he is good based on his conscience,
based on his conscience, which is a very subjective thing, isn't it? Okay, so you can point out to other things saying, okay, brother, you don't drink, you don't smoke, you take care of your parents. Okay, what are you doing, for the society? What are you doing for your neighborhood? What are you doing for your community? Those are larger questions. He cannot say, oh, my community is not my responsibility. No, for a Christian, it is. What are you doing to save the planet? What are you doing to, promote justice? What are you doing to promote equality? What are you doing to prevent wars? What are you doing to, for good governance? You can ask a list of things and show all of our moral deficiencies. That is exactly what Paul is doing. Okay? He's speaking about greed. He's speaking about envy. He's speaking about malice. He's speaking about slander. He's speaking about how all of us are not righteous. So we have to expose them and tell them the idea of goodness is much more larger than you imagine.